So good morning, my dear students. In the previous class, we have discussed regarding these topics, the t distributions. Okay. See, student t distribution. Today we are going to start test of significance for variable small samples. Okay, student t distribution. Two topics we completed. In the first one, you observe carefully here. To test the significance of mean x bar of a random sample, we completed already. This topic completed, and this one also we completed here. To test the difference between mean of two independent samples. Okay, here I am using the word independent. They are not related to each other. Independent sample here. Then today, this is very much important, and from this topic, a number of times the questions are repeated. To test the difference between mean of two dependent sample, or we call it as a paired observation. Two dependent sample here. See, dependent samples. Here it is an independent sample. Okay, and this is the fourth one is not required. Okay, so for our present syllabus, it is no need. So we are focusing on the only three topics only. So you observe carefully. See, already the mean we discussed this one, and we completed. We completed this one. If you have any doubts, you can see in our channel also regarding these topics. Already we discussed these topics. We completed also. So I mean, moving to the next one. See, this is independent sample here. In independent samples here, you observe the question drug A and drug B. See, drug A and drug B is there here. So they are, one is imported one and one is the indigenous one. These are the independent samples here. So they are not belongs to same country. They are different countries. Information is available here. So already we discussed here. You observe each and every point here. Degrees of freedom. Okay, every point you have to observe carefully. Okay. So right, this is the topic today we are going to discuss. That is a testing difference between means of two dependent samples. That is so I have written here very important also. See, important one. This is the important one. So two samples are said to be dependent here when the elements in one sample are related to those in the other in any significant or meaningful manner. In fact, the two samples may consist of pair of observations made on the same object. See, pairs of observations made on the same object, individual and or more generally on the same selected population here. Same selected population. The population is only one population. From these population, we are going to select a sample, random samples we are going to do. Okay, and all these samples are depending on each other here. When samples are dependent, they comprise the same number of elementary units. We may carry out some experiment. So to find out the efficacy of a coaching class, see, in a coaching class, we are going to find the efficacy here, determine whether there are significant difference in the efficacy of two drugs, and one made within the country and another is imported. See, the use of dependent pair samples will enable us to perform a more precise analysis. So the following formula will be used in t-test in pair observations. Okay, so you see the formula. This is the formula. So T is equals to D bar into under root N divided by S. T is equals to, see, listen here. T is equals to D bar. Okay, D bar means here X bar, we find out how far we calculated and we got the value of X bar in the same process we are going to do in D bar. Okay, then D bar into under root N divided by S. This D value we will get easily, and N value also we will get, but we need to find out the S value here. Okay, S is equals to the standard deviation of differences here. The value of S is calculated as follows. So here S is equals to, see, S is equals to under root sigma d square minus d bar. Okay, d square minus d bar here. S is equals to, I am writing here the principle once again. S is equals to under root sigma into, so sigma d square minus d bar whole square divided by n minus 1. Okay, this is a principle. Then degrees of freedom is equals to n minus 1. So in the dependent samples here, we have n1 plus n2 minus 1. Okay, minus 1. So here two drugs, drug A and drug B, all drug A and drug B will be calculated. Sorry, this is not 1, this is 2. Okay, n1 plus n2, both the values. For example, in lab A there are 10 drugs, in lab B there are 10 drugs. So here n1 is 10 and n2 is 10. 10 plus 10, 20, 20 minus 2, that is 18 is your answer. Okay, in dependent samples I am saying, not this one, this is 18. Okay, so in the critical value we have to go for 18 and get the value of critical value here. Okay, in the same, and here what we are going to do means here degrees of freedom is equals to n minus 1. N minus 1 means again here two types of information is available here. Drug A and drug B information is available, but we need to consider only 10 values only. So while we are discussing the problem, we will get a clarity. So this is the formula. Please note down the formula and by heart this formula compulsory. If you are unable to by heart this formula, then you are unable to solve the problem in examination point of view. So listen here carefully. Once again, I am repeating. T is equals to d bar into under root n, d bar into under root n divided by s. D bar indicates here the average value of d. Okay, and n value will be given, so we need to find out the square root of n divided by s. Okay, s is equals to under root sigma d square minus d bar whole square. See, I am written here carefully. Please note down this formula. S is equals to under root sigma d square minus d bar whole square by n minus 1. Okay, n minus 1. So here you listen carefully the problem. Problems here to verify whether a course in accounting improved the performance. A course in accounting improved the performance. To verify whether a course in accounting improved performance. Okay, here few students they joined a accounting course. Before the joining that course, what is their position? After joining the course, what is their position, whether it is improved or it is not improved. So we are going to check with the help of this problem, this method. A similar test was given to 12 participants, both before. See, in exam you have to focus on these words, before and after the course, if it is mentioned clearly in the given question. So we have to do this method only. Okay, a similar test was given to 12 participants, both before and after the course. The original marks recorded in alphabetical order of participants. See here, original marks are there: 44, 40, 61, 52, 32, 44, 70, 41, 67, 72, 53, and 72. This is a before the course, the value. After the course, see, after the course, the marks were in the same order, that is 53, 38, 69, 57, 46, 39, 73, 48, 73, 74, 60, and 78. Was the course useful? Okay, Here in the given question, only before and after the course, the information is given. 5% LOS is not mentioned and 1% LOS is also not mentioned. So what we have to do, we have to assume the 5% only, and we need to go for t-test table value. The procedure is the same. Okay, you see the procedure. Already we know the testing hypothesis procedure. Please, anybody is ready to answer testing of hypothesis procedure? Everyone chaptara? Which procedure we are going to follow? Steps in testing hypothesis. Steps in testing hypothesis. Anyone? Okay, listen here.
5 steps.
Cheppandi Anna.
Setting up hypothesis.
Setting
Second one,
suitable.
setting suitable significance level.
Test
Third one,
criterion.
test criterion. Fourth, doing calculation.
Right.
Fifth one, conclusion.
Right. Okay. These 5 steps you have to remember forever. Why? Because these steps will help us in getting more marks. So first we will write a setting hypothesis. Okay, we will write a setting hypothesis. In setting hypothesis here, null hypothesis, that is H naught mu is equals to, okay, mu is equals to H naught. There is no difference between the marks obtained before and after the course. We will write the procedure. Then B, alternative hypothesis. Wait. కనిపిస్తుందమ్మా ఇప్పుడు? ఓకేనా?
లేదు సార్, మీ వాయిస్ కూడా కట్ అవుతుంది.
వాయిస్ కట్ అవుతుందా? ఇప్పుడు కనిపిస్తుందా?
మాకు క్లియర్ గానే.
నెట్వర్క్ ప్రాబ్లం అమ్మా నీ దగ్గర, మాధురి. నెట్వర్క్ ప్రాబ్లం. మీ నెట్వర్క్ ప్రాబ్లమే. సిగ్నల్ వెళ్ళి ఒకసారి. ఓకే, సో హియర్ alternative hypothesis, that is HA, mu is not equal to HA, that is rejected. The first step is completed. In this way we have to write the step. Okay, then next one, setting significance level. Setting suitable significance level, or setting suitable significant, otherwise setting significance level we will write. Okay, here in the given question 5%, 1% is not mentioned, so we have to write only 5%. At 5% LOS, 95% is the confidence level, that is 1.96 the table value, but we are doing the t-test value, so we have to wait for a table value. Why? To know the table value here, n-1. How many participants are there here? 12 participants are there. 12 minus 1 is 11. Then in the t-test table, again we go to t-test table, then we got the value, that is 2.20. 2.20. This value we have taken from t-test table value, this value. Okay, at 11 I will provide the table values for you. Okay, then after writing this, the next step is here, test criterion. In test criterion, what we are going to do, simply we will write the formulas. Okay, T is equals to D bar into under root n divided by S. D bar into root n by S. This is the formula. Then S is equals to under root sigma D square minus D bar whole square divided by n minus 1. Then degrees of freedom is n minus 1. Degrees of freedom is n minus 1. How many participants are there? 12 participants are there. So here what we have to write, 12 minus 1 is equals to 11 is the degrees of freedom. Okay, so here the given problem will be written in this way. Participants A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. Okay, here till L, 12 participants are there. Till L you have to write. Otherwise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 you can write here. Then N is equals to 12. So here I am writing here before and after. Before and after. These information are we copied from the question. Here under the before, the first test here I am writing here, first test. After the second test, these values are given. So here this is a procedure, second test minus first test. So here 53, the first one A lo chudandi okasari, 53 minus 44. 53 minus 44 means plus 9. The same process is applicable to all. 38 minus 40, that is minus 2. 69 minus 61, that is plus 8. 57 minus 52 plus 5. 46 minus 32 plus 14. 39 minus 44 minus 5. 73 minus 70 plus 3. 48 minus 41, that is plus 7. 73 minus 67, that is plus 6. 74 minus 72, that is plus 2. 60 minus 53, that is plus 7. 78 minus 72, that is plus 6. Again, when we sum up all these values, when we the subtracted value and addition value, when it is changed, then we will get a sigma d, that is a 60. Okay, then d square values are there here. D square is here. See, 9 square 81, 2 square 4, 8 square 64, 5 square 25, 14 square 196, 5 square 25, 3 square 9, 7 square 49, 6 square 36, 2 square 4, 7 square 49, then 36 square 36. Sigma d square is equals to 598. So here, according to our principle, we got the few values, that is sigma d square value and sigma d value also. Okay, to know the d bar value, what we are going to do? Sigma d by n. Okay, here s is equal to sigma d square minus n, a d square, d bar value also is there. So please you observe carefully. So here a small correction here. This is n into d square. D bar, not d square. This is d bar. Okay. So here, by observing the formula, right, a small change in s value. See, previously a small change here, that is n into d bar, n into d bar. Okay, right. Listen here. D bar is equals to, what is the principle to get the average value? Sigma d by n. Sigma d value is here 60. Sigma d value 60, that is 60 is written, divided by n. N stands for 12. So 60 divided by 12 is 15. Okay. The next s value we need to find out. S value we need to find out here. S is equals to under root sigma d square minus n into d bar whole square divided by n minus 1. So here under root 578, sigma d square value is here 578 minus 12 into 5. Okay, d bar is equals to how much? 5. 12 into 5 whole square, that is 278. After calculation is completed, 278 we will get, divided by 11, that is 5.03. 5.03 is the final answer of s value. Then so here so yes value you observe once again, under root sigma d square minus n into d bar whole square. Okay, here sigma d square value already we got in the table. Here you observe the value 578 minus 12, d bar value is 5. We have taken the 5 here, whole square, that is. Then finally we got 278. Okay, then next after getting the d value, s value, So we are going to implement into the formula all the values. So you observe the values here. T is equals to, what is the principle? T is equals to d bar into under root n. D bar into under root n. Okay, d bar value is 5. Already the value is there. Then under root n, that is 12. S value is 5.03. S value it is there 5.03. So is equals to 5 into under root 12, that is 3.464 divided by 5.03. This is the calculated value. The T calculated value 3.443. Then degrees of freedom, V is equals to n minus 1. 12 minus 1 is equals to 11. Okay. So here this value we got from the table, T test table value, that is 2.201 at 11. Okay, at 11 the value 2.20 is there. So the decision rule or decision making or conclusion, we can say that is the calculated value of T is 3.443, which is greater than the table value, that is 2.201. Okay, 2.201. The hypothesis is rejected, hence the course has been useful. Okay, in this way you can calculate. Okay, and please note down these two questions. And IQ test was administered to 5 persons before and after they are trained. The results are given below. Candidates 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before IQ training. IQ after training here 110, 120, 123, 132, 125, 120, 118, 125, 136, 125. Then V is equals to 4. The table value also given here carefully. You observe carefully. The sales data of an item in 6 shops before and after special promotional campaign are as follows. Shops 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 before campaign, after campaign. So here you need to observe carefully the word before and after. This is the most important. The values are there: 53, 28, 31, 48, 50, 42, 58, 29, 30, 55, 56, 45. So at 5% is given clearly. So V is equals to 5, that is T value also mentioned. So this is the last method. So once again you see the question. So in this way the question will be given. Okay, before and after word is the most important here in this given method. Okay, setting hypothesis, alternative hypothesis, null hypothesis, we know already. So these are the formulas, and this method we follow in this method. So thank you very much.